Now look, it's you parents, this should make you cry. You parents, this should break you down and make you cry. When Israel was a youth, I loved him. And out of Egypt, I called my son. Now watch, look at God's heart. The more they called them, the more they went from them. They kept sacrificing to the Baals. See, they kept worshiping gods and goddesses and burning incense to graven images. But here's what's breaking my heart. Yet it is I who taught Ephraim to walk, and I took them in my arms. You understand what he's saying? This is my son, whom I begot. Okay, so what God is showing you here is, here's my baby boy. I fed him. I bathed him. I burped him, changed his diaper. I even held his hand, teaching him how to walk, baby steps. You want me there? I'm the one who grabbed him by his hand, his arms, and taught him his first steps. And yet when my son grew and became mature, he didn't want to have anything to do with me. He was ashamed that I was his father. He was embarrassed by me. But they did not know that I healed them. It was me. I led them with cords of a man, with bonds of love. I drew them with cords of love. And yet I became to them as one who lifts the yoke from their jaws. And I bent down and fed them. I went down, I even stooped down to feed them, to pick them up from their oppression. But look how they responded to me. They will not return to the land of Egypt, even though they desire the gods and goddesses of the Egyptians and the Assyrians, and they don't want me. They don't want me. They want the gods and goddesses of the nations. But Assyria will be their king. I'm going to use Assyrians to punish them because they refuse to return to me. And the sword will whirl against their cities and will consume their gate bars and devour them because of their counsels. So my people are hung up on turning from me. See, they keep turning from me. They keep running away from me. They keep wanting to have nothing to do with me. Though they call them to the one on high, none at all exalts them. You catch what he's saying? They keep running away from me. They don't want to have anything to do with me. They're ashamed I'm their father. They're embarrassed that I'm their father. So they run to other gods and goddesses, leaving me no choice for them to be disciplined. This is what they do to me. Now look at his heart. Here he's crying. Look what he says here. Look here. He's crying here. I'm not lying. Look. I can't dramatize how God is speaking here, but look what he's saying. How can I give you up, O Ephraim? How can I surrender you, O Israel? How can I give you over to be like Edma? These are the cities that were destroyed with Sodom and Gomorrah. How can I make you like Zeboim? In other words, you deserve to be destroyed, but I'm not able to do it. I don't have it within me to wipe you out. I can't, because the more I punish you, the more you suffer, the more my heart breaks, the more I cry over you. That's why he says, my heart is turned over within me. All my compassions are stirred. I will not execute my burning anger. I can't wipe you out. I'm too in love with you. I love you too much. I can't let you go, and I can't wipe you out. I will not make Ephraim a ruin again, for I'm God and not a man, the only one in your midst, and I will not come in wrath. See, this is a father crying out to his son. What did I do to you? Let me tell you what you just read. If you're understanding, and not sleeping, but understanding, it's a dad telling his son, why do you hate me? What did I do to you that you're ashamed of me? That you don't want to talk to me? That you don't have nothing to do with me? You're embarrassed of me. You're ashamed I'm your father. What did I do? I loved you. I clothed you. I fed you. I healed you. I taught you. I spent on you, lavished on you. And yet you're embarrassed and ashamed of me. What is it? What defect do you see in me that you're too embarrassed to have me to be your father and in Christ to be your husband? Because and then in Hosea 1 and Hosea 3, he likens Israel to his wife. And in fact, if you really want to be heartbroken, Hosea chapter 1 and chapter 3. If you really want to be heartbroken, Hosea chapter 1, chapter 3. God tells Hosea, go and marry that prostitute Gomer. There was a woman, a prostitute named Gomer. Marry her. Why? Because I want you to see what it feels like to be married to a prostitute. I'm married to a prostitute. Israel, my wife, keeps cheating on me, keeps whoring around, keeps sleeping with other gods and goddesses because it's a spiritual marriage, doesn't find me attractive, but desires other gods and goddesses. So I want you to see how it feels like being married to a prostitute. That's chapter 1. Say chapter 1 here. I'm not lying. You'll see it. Guess what happens in chapter 3? Gomer leaves Hosea to go back into prostitution. And then God says to him, go buy her back out of prostitution and love her. Because that's what I keep doing to Israel. Israel keeps running back to her whoredom, and I keep bringing her back. And I take her back over and over again. Here, I'm not lying. Here, Hosea chapter 1. See, I know you guys think I'm probably lying. Here it is, Gomer. Hosea 1, 2-3. When Yahweh first spoke through Hosea, Yahweh said to Hosea, go take for yourself a wife of harlotry. In other words, go find you a whore. This is not very nice version. Go find you a whore and have children with this whore. For the land, now he's going to compare that whore to Israel. For the land Israel commits whoredom against me. The land is a whore. My land is a whore, forsaking Yahweh. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, and she conceived and gave birth to a son for him. You see it? I'm not lying, right there. Hosea, I want you to see what it's like. I want you to feel what I feel. My wife is a whore. My wife cheats on me. My wife keeps running after other lovers, gods and goddesses, because it's a spiritual marriage, it's not physical. But you understand, for those of you listening here? But you guys got it, right? What God is saying is, I identify with men and women. You know what God is going to say to you, men? Whose wives cheated on you, abused you, committed adultery? He's gonna say, I know. My wife cheated on me. My wife committed adultery. My wife abused me. My wife didn't find me attractive. My wife ran after other lovers, gods and goddesses. I know how you feel more than you think. Even women, he's going to say to women, I know how you women feel that you had cheating husbands because my spouse cheated on me, my bride. See that? You got it? You understand? But now watch what happens in Hosea chapter 3. That same Gomer, she leaves him. She goes back to become a harlot, a whore again, after giving birth to his children, right? Watch here. Look what God says. There's even a movie about it. Hosea marries again. Okay. Then Yahweh said to me, go again, love a woman who's loved by her companion as an adulteress, even as Yahweh loves the sons of Israel. It's Gomer, by the way. Sorry about that. I just wanted to find it. Why? Why are you saying go love her again? Go take her again. I took her once. She left. Here's why. Go again. Hosea 3. Love a woman who's loved by her companion as an adulteress, even as Yahweh loves the sons of Israel, though they turn to other gods and love raisin cakes. These were sacrifices to gods and goddesses. So you feel what I feel, Hosea. Even as Yahweh loves the sons of Israel, though they turn to other gods and love raisin cakes. Okay? That sacrifices the gods. Now watch here. So then what did Hosea do? He went and got her back. So I bargained for her. He actually had to go buy back his wife, who was a whore, who left him to become a whore again. He had to buy her back out of prostitution. You know, because remember, whores have like pimps. So he's got to buy her back. Then I said to her, look. So I bargained for myself for 15 shekels of silver and a homer and a half of barley. Then I said to her, you shall stay with me for many days. You shall not play the harlot, nor shall you have a man. So I will also be toward you. You're mine. You're mine. You're going nowhere. So what is God showing you? That's what I keep doing for Israel. That's what I keep doing for Israel. Every time Israel leaves me for gods and goddesses because they don't find me attractive enough, they think Baal is better looking than me, better endowed, and he's more desirable. And then when they get ravished by the nations and they get beaten by the nations and plundered by the nations and left in the streets as whores, I run and take them back again as my wife. I then pick them up from the streets and bring them back into my house and continue to love them as a husband. And then they keep repeating the cycle. That's the story, right?